How about that?
Hi, Linda. Welcome.
Right. Yeah, I was talking to
It's
myself.
it's been a very up and down world. I know with COVID-19, it continues to be a a force in this world, which is creating a lot of chaos for everybody. Fortunately, hopefully less so for us than some people around the world. Um, but we are, fingers crossed, looking towards when life gets back to normal. I have heard that they are making good and steady progress on vaccines, so everyone's got their fingers crossed for that. Um, so yeah, I did want to touch base. I've got a few topics here. We did start talking about the online NLP courses. So other than Louise, I'd love to hear how you're going. And Phil, anyone else still doing or started online courses? And I'm always curious about how they're going. Louise, how's your online work going now?
Yeah, that's okay. Last night I did my first back in person classes, and the classes were very reduced in numbers, so that was a bit tricky. And we all had masks and things like that. But the Zoom ones, I'm carrying on doing those, and I'm doing them at the moment. It's every Wednesday evening that I'm doing those, and this is the week where I've actually put a set price on it. So, and I don't know whether, to be honest, I've shot myself in the foot with doing that. Everything I've done before has been donation based. I've put a set price, which people obviously pay. So now they're paying the set price. So, and I've also said as well, I don't want it to put people off that can't actually afford to pay. So I can sort something out with them. They can just pay a donation. But yeah, it kind of brings me in my head, I think, back to some kind of structure and some kind of normality. But otherwise, the classes they're going well. They're going well. I think there'll always be room for the Zoom ones or, whatever kind of online ones you do. I think that's going to be, I think it's kind of pretty much in stone now. So I think a lot will carry some time-wise. It just may suit them to fall straight into bed or whatever after, or to get on with their day if they're working from home. So I think if you're not already on it, it definitely needs to be something to really consider.
Yeah, all right. That's great news, and we'll eagerly await any news about, your perception of the difference between donation-based classes versus a structured a pricing plan. So yeah, I look forward to hearing from that. Anyone else, other than Phil and Louise, who are actually doing online?
No, I'm not yet, but I'm interested in it.
Let us know.
Yeah, definitely interested.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
Is everyone who's there? Is everyone already like qualified as teachers, or are they not teachers yet?
So it's a mix. Harky, Claire, Lisa are all, and I think Mary Louise are just beginners. Phil, Linda, Victoria, and Rebecca are all teachers. So yeah, so it's a mix.
So the ones who are teachers already, then what? Why? I'm interested to know why they're not doing the Zoom yet. What's the reasoning?
Well, sounds like Victoria's keen to start. What about you, Rebecca? Are you? I know Dinesh is doing them.
Yeah, I was doing them online,
Yeah.
not via Zoom. I was just doing it over Facebook.
Right.
But that was just while, everyone was in a bit of a rough spot, so I wasn't charging anything for that. I've just started doing my in-person classes again with social distancing in Canberra. And that's been really good. But actually what I've been looking into is researching conference cams and all-in-one systems. I want to try to integrate the online with the live class. Mm-hmm. So it's been quite difficult, quite tricky, a few things to overcome, but I'm quite fortunate in my regular job, in my 9-to-5 job. I actually work with sound technicians. So I've been picking their brains, and I've got a couple of different cameras that I'm looking into getting. So I'm going to take the spec sheet in and get them to have a look at it. And I don't mind spending the money to do it, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. And to do that, I will have to use Zoom, because and I'm going to charge people the same amount whether they're there or not, because I want to encourage people to come to the group if they can, but I don't want it to be an unfair advantage one way or the other. So I'll let you know what the outcome is when I make a decision and you know, make a purchase and see if it can work integrating live and online at the same time.
Yeah, that's a very bold move. I'd love to hear how you go with that. That's great. All right, so lots going on in that space. We'll look forward to maybe hearing back next month, and also what I'll do is I'll continue to maybe do little interviews. I'll try to keep them short to pick your brains and then put in the members area for people to download at their own convenience, if that's okay with everybody. So it is a brave new world. And this is the advantage of being one group, is we can help each other out. Haki, did you have a question?
Yeah. Hi, Rebecca. Actually, I'm not expert, but I'm doing something else. Like, I'm a poetess, so we are doing overseas Facebook Live and Zoom things. What I'm thinking, it can be working or not, but just I'm thinking, if I'm on your place, I will use the Facebook Live with the selfie mode. So if there is a class, and we can use the camera of the Facebook Live, and people can see them. I don't know what will be because if there will be good speakers in your room, so it will consume the voice, and I think it will be good, because in meditation we need to give some instructions, but not as many like in other stuff. So it can work for a moment. If you have only 8 people in a room and you are going Facebook Live on selfie mode, that will also work. I don't know, it's a good idea or bad.
Okay, no, that's
because I have tried in a festival. That was a cultural festival, and we all did that, whatever. We use a long selfie stick, and you can also use someone else to hold the phone or whatever you have with you. So they can cover the 8 people on that side. And
or a tripod. All right, that's a great idea, Haki. So thanks for that. So we'll keep this conversation going. I'm going to move forward now, just to let you know, or a suggestion from me. So I've got a retreat, which I mentioned earlier to the new people, in December. You're welcome to come to it if you'd like, if you can come to South Australia. But I am actually getting quite a lot of interest this far out. Like, we're in August and I'm getting interest in December. And what I put it down to is that people have been cooped up for so long that they're really quite eager to explore what they can do. And there's no international travel. So local people will start to be looking, what can we do, you know, once this lockdown starts finishing. And so I actually think, I know it sounds strange, but I think it's actually quite a good time if you wanted to start thinking about doing a retreat, to start putting the word out there, because I think there's actually quite a lot of interest in people wanting to do retreat, because they've been, as I say, locked in. They want to do something and get away for the weekend, and maybe because of the stress of it, they've sort of turned inward and thought, what's important in life? Maybe I should be doing something for my soul and something nurturing, and maybe meditation is the thing. So just a reminder, if you're that way inclined and you want to start looking at doing a retreat, we do have materials in how to run your own, just a weekend retreat. And if you want to put out a retreat either the end of this year or the beginning of next year, in the hope, of course, that the lockdowns will finish, then it wouldn't surprise me if you too got a fair bit of interest in booking a retreat at that time. The venues I've found have been very accommodating. Everyone realizes, I mean, the venues are empty, so they want to take bookings. They'll perhaps give you even a good price. And they're also willing to say, look, I understand if lockdowns come in, we'll give you a full refund because it's not your fault, sort of thing. So you can find a venue, just put down some dates, you know, and then work towards that. I won't go too much into that because not all of you want to do retreats, but if that sort of spikes an interest in you, then that might be something for you to look into.
Peter, we don't have the restrictions. We're quite lucky here in WA where everyone's holidaying, and what you're saying is right on the money, because I'm getting people asking me. I had 2 people ask me today.
All right, looks like we might have lost Lisa there, but I think her message was loud and clear, that what I say is verified. So yeah, have a think about that, about what we can do as we come out of COVID.
Yeah, in the UK as well, we've just had, there's been the go-ahead for the weekend retreats and the retreats to start up again. And I have one at the end of September, and that's the centre phoned me the other day. So they've just had government go ahead. So numbers have had to be reduced, but it is all going ahead.
Yeah, so it's a good time. Phil? No, we still can't hear you, Phil. Yeah.
I'm just wondering, because Scotland's operating under different methods and measures for lockdown. I just wondered whether it was UK-wide, if Louise knew if it was UK-wide or whether it was England as opposed to England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that, Phil. I know, because the one that I'm doing is in Cumbria, so it's not quite as far up. Yeah. But yeah, no. Yeah.
We have different, we're operating under different lockdown rules and coming out of lockdown.
Yeah, you'll have to check with your local
yeah.
Same here in Australia, everywhere is different depending on the state. So
I have to say it's been slightly different up here as well, in that what you were saying, Peter, about people maybe wanting to do something to enlarge their spirituality coming out possibly. Most of the people I've been in contact with are now going off in their camper vans or doing something that just lets them completely away from what has been our new norm. So it's been slightly different up here. I haven't been quite as lucky in getting people to return as lockdown has eased somewhat. People are taking advantage of somewhat new freedoms that they've got back.
Yeah, I mean, there will be definitely, that cohort of people. I'm just wondering, hopefully, then. But anyway, each region is different and the people are different. But yeah, that's what I'm finding. So yeah, just an opportunity there to explore, to see if it is worthwhile with your community. All right. The other thing I did introduce last month. I did introduce you to our new partner, Manna, who I've worked with now for a number of years, and we're working very closely together now. And my dream with Skillful Mind, I mean, this is a little bit off topic, is I'm a keen meditator, but I have another life in that I'm a trainer in an area called NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and it's about the patterns in the mind. And what I find is that that's very, very powerful. If you get a block in meditation, rather than sit and meditate on it for years at a time, which will eventually get rid of that pattern in the mind, there are some very powerful coaching methodologies, I think, that help us get over anxiety and fear and negative emotions like anger, which hold us back in meditation, but of course also hold us back in life in general. And so my dream has been to bring these kind of, the science, I guess, or the coaching methodologies and meditation together, because I do believe that they support each other. And so with Manna coming on board, it's been a great addition, and we are looking to do more of this sort of, possibly meditation retreats where we've got coaching as part of the meditation retreat. But to begin with, I just wanted to let you know about that. And every month, she's actually doing a few free coaching sessions, especially just for leaders. I think she's opening up 9 slots per month. So they do fill up fairly quickly. It's only, I think, the 4th, and already she's up to about 5 or 6 bookings already. But there's an opportunity there to do a little bit of coaching and also look at what we call, it's growth opportunities. So it also looks, she's very good at extracting out of you your superpower and what you are naturally good at. And with that, we can sort of talk about how you might want to niche yourself a little bit as a meditation teacher, along with what else you do to help you in that success. So be aware of that. And then obviously, if you're interested in doing coaching, of course, then you can even go further, and we're starting to do online coaching courses and NLP trainings and things like that. So if that's of interest to you, make a mental note, and again, get in touch with us outside of this Zoom call about, and we can arrange a free coaching session for you to at least try it out as well. All right. Let me look at my list of topics that I wanted to cover. Oh, so yeah, the other thing is, I just showed actually the new people our leaders page. So when, as you know, we create a web page for you, and we have all your details there. And so any traffic that comes via the Skillful Mind website sees you, and if they're in the same vicinity, hopefully they'll look you up. We have online courses. So this is just a reminder that please go back and just double check your page. And if there's anything that changes with regards to, if you move house, obviously, and go to another place, or if you want to update that in any way, if you've done any more learning in between time and you want to update that, then please just now and then go and check it, and then email Sarah and she can update that page for you, and we'll continuously update that. Yeah, and we also have on the first day of every month, we have a promotional, excuse me, a promotional day where we try to promote our leaders and anything that you do. So I do try to hold the Skillful Mind leaders page particularly to topics around meditation and around the classes. And I know there are some people who love to let other people know what else they do, and that's great. And we've made that on the first day of every month. So please feel free to let us, to post on that day about what else you're doing, and we can have a day where we can do some promotion and let others know what we do. And I always love to find out, oh, I didn't realize that Linda did that as well, or Victoria does that. So that's always good, and you might get some interest from the rest of our leaders, because they are growing. We've got now over 300 strong, very passionate people. So that's on the first day of every month. And I think that brings me to the end of my list of things. So what I'm going to do now is, flip it over to you, just general. If you've got any questions about, teaching in schools or going out to corporates or anything about corporate, any questions at all, it's over to you. Just maybe put your hand up and then we can unmute you if you've got any questions at all, or comments or suggestions for the other leaders. We are recording this, so we will pop the video probably on our Facebook page for other leaders who weren't able to make it to have a look as well. All right, no.
No, I mean, I'm going to be, I'm starting a new position in September at a special needs school. So I'm a special needs teacher, and it's a very interesting school. So I need to get into the school first and see how, and they have asked me, what I can bring to the table, any special things. But it's a really great school, a lot of sensory rooms, high functioning autistic children, younger students. So I am very interested in moving forward with it, but I have to kind of see what is going on with the new norm and working in schools first, and then I definitely am interested in seeing what I can do and what I can bring.
No, that's
and,
great.
Get experience.
Yep, and it's good to get to know to the school. My big tip of working in schools is to try to get a few teachers on side first, and then the teachers will put pressure on the principal to put it in as a budget line item, because the principals I found don't like to move unless they know they've got support from their teachers. So they don't like to be a martyr and saying we're going to bring meditation into the school. But if they know they've got some teachers who say, look, I want this in the school, and not only that, I will champion it after the meditation's been and gone, we'll keep the meditations going, then the principals are more likely to put some budget aside. So, but sounds like it's a very forward-thinking school there, so that's great to hear.
I'm just about to approach the college that I taught at for 30 years. So I'm hoping to start programs with them before they open up again later in the year.
Well,
but, it's exploratory at the moment.
I would hope you'd have a lot of brownie points if you'd been there for 30 years. So.
Yeah, I think there have been 2 further principals since I left, however, so I don't have any contact with the principal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereabouts in Scotland, Phil?
Whereabouts? In terms of whereabouts am I? I'm just outside Edinburgh.
All right. Okay.
It'd be it was one of the Edinburgh colleges that I taught at. So
right.
I'm just in the countryside outside Musselburgh.
Right. Okay. Because there
are options up here. So, sorry.
My brother's up in Rosyth, and he works at Hillside. So it's a school for slightly wayward kids. So I can ask him if there's maybe any chance of anything there.
All right. I actually come from Dunfermline, so I'm I grew up right next door to Rosyth, so I know it well.
Yeah, he's there. He's in Dunfermline. So, yeah.
Small world.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, Dinesh, you came on late. Did you want to say hi, and how's things going from you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. This is Dinesh, and luckily I got very good cooperation from Dee and Sarah and everyone. So my next step is I had Zoom paid version. Again, I'm going to have. So any leader who wishes to join me or support me or to use it free of cost or with pay, anything. Plus anyone who can join me for half-off session, so we can have it. So I am open. I have got number of items to share. Either we can share half off, or we can join, or we can do something.
This is on Friday, is that right?
Friday. No, not Friday. Any other day. Even on Friday.
Dinesh has been doing the Friday meditations with Dee, and now he's feeling more confident, and he's going to go on another day. He's figuring out which day he'll start leading his own classes.
There you go, everyone. There's an open offer to partner with Dinesh and maybe do half in the session. So yeah, reach out to Dinesh if you want to.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
To run your own class. Good. Good job. All right, everyone. Well, there's no more questions. So thank you very much for coming on board and contributing. And I wish you all the best, and stay in touch. Let us know how you go. I'm particularly interested in, how you're going with these online ventures, so that we can share them with the rest of the community. And until the next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay peaceful, keep working on your own mind and spreading that good energy to your community. And thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.